Well, this morning at exactly 10:21 a.m., the largest earthquake drill of its kind is happening on the West Coast. It's the Great American Shakeout, a day for people living in seismically active areas to prepare for a major earthquake.
The goal is to make the three-step process drop, cover, and hold an instinctive reaction to the ground shaking. Joining us to talk more about it from the Oregon Office of Emergency Management is Director Andrew Phelps. Thank you so much for joining us and good morning.
Thanks for having me. Good morning.
Well, first of all, let's talk about today. What is the Great Oregon Shakeout? And for Oregon, why is it important that we practice these things?
Well, we don't experience a lot of earthquakes or seismic events here in the state of Oregon, but when we do, we know they can be absolutely catastrophic. Something like a 9.0 Cascadia subduction zone earthquake can cause widespread devastation from the coast all the way out to the Cascades. So by taking advantage of the Great Oregon Shakeout, it gives us that opportunity to build some muscle memory and remind ourselves what we need to do in those first moments when we feel the ground starting to shake. Finding cover underneath something that's sturdy like a table or a desk, holding on and not moving from that location until after the ground stops shaking.
Now, of course, when the shaking stops, I think that's where some of the additional challenges begin, because of course, after you get through the earthquake, there's all the aftermath, all the damage. So what do people also need to be aware of in terms of preparing for what's ahead?
That's right, Emily. We in Oregon have adopted a 2 weeks ready method to preparedness. Many parts of the country only advocate for 3 days. But we know after our most severe earthquake, like a Cascadia subduction zone quake, it could be a couple of days or certainly weeks until infrastructure is beginning to be restored and we can have critical resources, supplies, and medical help everywhere that it's needed here in the state. So having 2 weeks of emergency supplies, food, water, medication, knowing how to get information in an emergency, knowing how to assess your home, whether or not you can safely stay in your home or if you need to move to a safer location. That all makes a difference between whether or not you become a disaster survivor or a disaster victim.
Yeah, let's get more into the three things that we're supposed to do when we do feel the shaking: drop, cover, and hold on. Just kind of briefly explain what you do in each of those steps.
Absolutely. As soon as you feel the ground starting to shake, you want to get to the ground because this kind of shaking that you can experience with a 9.0 Cascadia earthquake will literally make it difficult to stand. Then you want to get underneath something that's sturdy. Many injuries and fatalities in earthquakes are caused by things falling. You see the bookshelves that I have behind me. You want to make sure before an earthquake, things like that are secured to the wall so that those don't become additional hazards. Once you've taken cover underneath something sturdy like a table, a desk, or even a chair to prevent being injured from things falling off of the walls or from the ceiling, then you want to hold on. We're expecting 5 minutes of shaking from a Cascadia subduction zone earthquake. That's a lot of shaking, and that can do a lot of things to the ground or the floor that you're standing on. So making sure that you're holding on to whatever that sturdy object is so that if you start moving across the floor, that object is going to move with you. But hopefully the object that you're underneath is sturdy enough where nothing's going to move and you'll be safe until the ground stops shaking.
You know, one thing that's changed in recent years is the shake alert system that is now being put into place up and down the West Coast. How do you think that's going to change the way we're able to immediately react in an earthquake?
Well, it gives you a couple of extra seconds, 10, 20, maybe 50, 60 seconds of warning that you're going to start feeling shaking in your area, wherever it is you are. And that's dependent upon where the earthquake begins. So with that extra time, what we advise folks, if your Shake Alert app goes off or you receive that alert or warning, you take that time to get underneath something sturdy. Don't try to evacuate your home because we don't know exactly when you're going to feel that shaking. The best thing you can do is do that drop, cover, and hold on action underneath something sturdy. So when you get that alert, find something sturdy to provide some cover and hunker down until the shaking stops.
And Andrew, where should we go to get more information? Just briefly here.
You can always visit oregon.gov, our OEM website, or visit the shakeout.org/Oregon website to register. The shakeout happens at 10:21 this morning, and it's not too late to sign up.
Okay.
All right.
And of course, we'll be posting today's interview along with everything that Andrew discussed here. You can find it on KOIN.com. Just click on AM Extra.